So you have two types of guys, the no pain, no gain guy and the train and relax guy. And most people think that this guy, the no pain, no gain guy, will make more progress, will build more muscle because he's doing more. He's training 5 times a week. He's always pushing to failure. He's doing 20 sets for chest. He's training till his arms fall off. But it's not true. The guy who grows most muscle and strength is the one who can recover the fastest. So let's give you a quick example here. So this guy will do 15 shitty sets per session, which is too much stimulus, way more stress than he should, recovers the worst, can't train the same muscle for the next 4 to 5 days. And you have this guy. He does 6 high quality sets per session. He has better stimulus, less stress, recovers better, and can train the same muscle in 48 hours. Now let's do some math so you can see things more clearly. Because most people would say this is bullshit. Like, the first guy is doing way more, is working harder, so we should make more progress. But let's see who is going to accumulate more productive training in the next year. So, case 1, the first guy. In 1 week, he will have 1 productive, example, chest workout. So over a year, it will be 52 productive workouts. Meanwhile, the second guy, he will have 2 to 3 productive chest workouts per week. So over the year, it would be 104 productive workouts or up to 156 productive workouts. There's a big difference here on how much work they put in a whole year. When it comes to training, you should look at the long term, not in the short term. And one important thing here is that in the first few months as a beginner, this guy could make more progress. The guy, number 1, no pain, no gain guy, because he does a lot of stimulus, he recovers fast. When you are a beginner, you recover fast. Whatever you do, you make progress. So he may make more progress in the beginning, but on the long run, in a year, this guy, the second guy, will make more progress, will be stronger, will have less chances of burning out, will have less chances of getting injured, which is also important. His hormones will be healthier, he will be healthier overall because he has less stress. He will always feel better compared to this guy who is crushing his hormones, is doing all of it in pure willpower, which is a finite source. And on the long run, this guy will stall, will not make more progress because things need to change. As a beginner, everything you do, you make progress, but it gets to a point where you need to train smarter, you need to put high quality inputs in your training so you can make more progress, so you can get stronger. One important thing here for lifters, you should be worrying about increasing recovery capacity more than finding the optimal exercise or the optimal split. If you increase your recovery capacity, you'll see that you will be able to do more work without causing more and more stress. You'll recover faster from week to week. You'll feel better overall. You'll be able to do an extra rep, an extra set, which in the long run is what is going to help you build more muscle. And what drives recovery, increases your recovery capacity, is your ability to be in the sun, relaxing, no worries, lowering your stress hormones, having a good diet that will help you recover faster, will build your hormones, will rebuild your tissue, sleeping like a baby, avoiding things like alcohol, junk food, drugs, everything that will increase oxidative stress in the body, that will cause inflammation, that will tank your testosterone, that will mess up your dopamine, that will mess up your neurotransmitters, your hormones. Because this is also very important, but very neglected. And also improve your testosterone. Having more testosterone will help you recover faster, will increase your ability to build muscle, not only your testosterone, your neurotransmitters, so you can have more energy, be in a better mood. And this also influences your recovery capacity. And another important thing here for muscle growth and strength, which is force. If you want to build as much muscle as possible in strength, you need to produce as much force as possible. And force is limited by fatigue and your ability to recover. This is why I'm saying that you should prioritize recovery. Recovery capacity determines how much force you can produce, how much quality training you can tolerate, and ultimately how much muscle you can build. So if you're not recovered properly, your force output will suffer. If your force output suffers, you will not be able to build more muscle, or your ability to build muscle and strength will suffer tons. So if you want to build as much muscle as possible, you need to be able to produce as much force as possible and be able to recover the fastest possible and in the best way possible. So what is recovery capacity? What drives recovery capacity? Well, most people think that sleep, nutrition, and maybe massages will drive your recovery. And yes, that's true. That's very true. But I want to complete the idea here. Your recovery capacity is your ability to absorb stress and come back stronger from it. So we want to increase our ability to absorb stress. So here is a demonstration of how things work when you work out. So you start here. You give your body stimulus, you train, and your performance will go down temporarily. And then you recover, and then you have the super compensation. This means you got stronger. And this is how things work on the long run. And the goal here is for you to decrease the recovery time, or to increase the speed of recovery. So you start here, you train, you have the performance decreasing because of the training, and you want to accelerate recovery as fast as possible. I'm going to give here an example so you can see things more clearly, but this doesn't mean this is how things will work. So if your ability to recover increases, this means that you can have another big stimulus early on. So you have a faster recovery, you can give another stimulus, the performance will decrease, and you recover again, and you come back stronger. And then again, and then again. And on the long run, in a single year, if you increase your ability to recover, I believe that you will get stronger. Even if it's 5 to 10%, that's big. So this means that you can have more stimulus. You recover faster, you can have more stimulus. The process will be faster. Instead of being like this, it will be like this. You can have more stimulus, great stimulus throughout the year, and this will make you stronger. This is what I mean with this calculations we did here. You'll have more productive workouts in total in a single year, which means you'll get stronger faster in a single year compared to someone who does things wrong. Now, I hope you understood this very clearly, and I'm gonna leave the muscle building mastery guide down below, which talks about these things I'm discussing here, which you can apply into your programming so you can see yourself progressing faster with muscle growth and strength. And also, if you're interested in coaching, links will be down in the description. You can book a free call, let's chat and see if we can work together. If we cannot work together, I'll still give you something so you can follow on your own. So, training is stress, life is stress, business is stress, poor sleep is stress, digestive issues are stress. Everything competes for the same recovery resources. That's why two people can follow the exact same training program and get completely different results. One person adapts and one gets buried. I believe it is because of these things. You can have the same training program as someone else, you can have the same genetics, but if this totally different, the results will be different. And this is one reason why most lifters stay stuck. Your average gym bro will look like this. I've been training gym, I'm a coach, I've seen this a lot. Most gym bros will be like this, and one reason it is because they're training wrong. They're the no pain, no gain guy, like I said in the beginning, and their recovery sucks because they have a horrible lifestyle. They don't eat well, they drink a lot of alcohol, junk food, they're always stressed, and this is why they never achieve their true potential. They never get lean, jacked, and strong. They always will be like this type of build, some good arms, the chest is okay, high body fat, their legs are not very well developed. And that's your average gym bro. And like I said, is they're constantly trying to do more. They're constantly trying to increase stress, more volume, bad diet, lifestyle, more exercise, more intensity, more frequency. And they forget about recover capacity. If you cannot recover, you will not build muscle. You just building stress over stress. And this is not very helpful with strength and muscle building. So what you should be worrying about is increasing the bucket. You want to increase the bucket so you can fill in more water. You can fill in more work, more volume, more intensity. Most people are running in this. They have the bucket, their bucket is full, and they're still putting more and more stress. And at some point, performance starts dropping, strength stalls, motivation drops, recovery gets worse, sleep gets worse, their body starts fighting back, and eventually they burn out. And I bet a lot of you are going through this. The strength is stalling, you're not seeing your progress going up, recovery gets worse, your sleep is suffering, your health is suffering. And if you are this guy, you want to fix this as quick as possible and finally feels energetic, strong, build muscle, book a free call, let's chat, and I'll be glad to help you out. Now, recovery multipliers. So the first thing you have is sleep. Sleep is where muscle repair happens, hormones recover, nervous system recovers. Nothing beats sleep. If you had to choose one thing to fix right now, I'd say it would be sleep. Second place, digestion. Not very talked in the fitness industry. But if you're constantly bloated, inflamed, and dealing with stomach issues, that's energy your body isn't putting towards recovery. When you're inflamed, your body will use the resources to get rid of the inflammation. When you have digestive issues, your ability to absorb the nutrients will suffer. So, less resources for recovery. It is that simple. Nutrition, also obvious, calories matter, proteins matter, micronutrients matter, quality matters. Avoiding foods that cause oxidative stress, inflammation, disrupt hormones matter. A lot of people ignore this, but it is very important. Nervous system. Most are neurologically tired, which impacts performance and recovery so much. Being neurologically tired is worse than being just physically tired. Your muscles can be tired, but if your nervous system is tired, it will affect your performance tons. You can be sore and perform really, really well. Nervous system recovery and health is very important. Most focus on just the physical tiredness and forget about the neurological tiredness. Stress, work, stimulation, being always on, this will cause your CNS to never rest. The best things you can do for CNS recovery is being with your girl, having a good time, cuddling. This will be one of the best things you can do for your nervous system. Being outdoors, seeing the sun, chilling, being by the beach, swimming in the beach. This is one of the best activities you can do for CNS recovery. If you are able to unplug of things, this will do wonders for your central nervous system. And finally, aerobic capacity. Having a decent aerobic base often improves recovery dramatically. Better blood flow, better nutrient delivery, better waste removal, better work capacity, better recovery between sessions. All of these things will increase your recovery capacity. And the important thing here, I don't promote running marathons and excessive cardio. You need to do things properly, because doing marathon and excessive cardio will kind of do the opposite. It will just create more stress in the body. And it robs the nutrients that you would need to repair the tissue, to recover fast. So sprints, sparring, high rep training done properly, all of these things will help you increase your work capacity. So that was it. Hope it was a good video. You learned something and you can apply. Don't forget the guide down below and apply for coaching if you want to. And see you all in the next one.